Howdy ho, good neighbors. What's going on? It's Phil Russert. Happy New Year's Eve. I hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays. I hope you're safe. If you're drinking, be responsible, of course, and all that good stuff. Be careful because there's people out there that want to get home to families. Anyway, thanks for coming out. I'm not going to be long today. Just a couple of things. Bill Lutz, what's going on? Narf, I just got your book in the mail. Looking forward to reading that. Drop your link to it here in the chat, Bill. So a couple things. Fulfillment. Tragedy 4, longer than I expected. It's unfortunately someone dropped the ball, and literally 8 hours before a deadline, I reached out to them and found out they decided they weren't going to do the cover work they were supposed to do. I had to reach out to them. It's really sad that it happens that way, but it did, which pushed back Alex Sinclair for his colors, because he's busy on 50 million things. Alex could have dropped me and just said, I can't do it because I missed his window. It was my fault. But Alex didn't do that because Alex is awesome. He grinded through all his work and he got the cover done, and I'm grateful to him for it. So, but that delayed things, of course. So Tragedy 4 proof came in. There were some issues. It was sent back, taken care of. I got the proof to Tragedy 4 today. This is the Kevin Stewart cover, the studio cover, colors by Chris Sotomayor. The book looks fantastic. We've got some fan art in there as well. Alex Bravo. And at the back, just to show you, we've got Connie Jolitz, I believe is how you pronounce her name. And we've got, sorry, hang on. Dustin Tyree. So pretty cool. So Tragedy 4 proof is in. I sent back the response that it's good to go. It's at the printers. So it should be any day they should be getting the printing done. Hopefully this week they'll get done with the printing, and Tragedy 4 will be shipped to me. It will be fulfilled in January. It looks like 99% 9 that Tragedy will be fulfilled. Book 4 will be fulfilled in January with that. Also, The Devil's in the Details. I have the books. I'm waiting on metal bookmarks. Unfortunately, they're not arriving until January. But I will fulfill. I'll probably fulfill everything together. So The Devil's in the Details, which will be for sale afterwards, will be fulfilled as well with Tragedy 4. Okay, these will be going out in January for those who didn't know. After I fulfill the backers for Tragedy 4, I will be sending out the comps to the artists who did covers shortly after that. And then I will be sending out the contest people that I still owe covers to. They've been very patient for a while. Thank you. So all that's going to happen between January and February, and everybody will get their stuff. The backers will get it in January, comps, and the other stuff will be out in February for them. The other thing is, the Dynamics is going, the link is live now for you to click on to be notified of launch. Please do that. It helps us with the algorithms in Kickstarter. Even if you don't back the Dynamics, if you could just click that notify of launch, that'd be great. I'm going to show you the page in the trailer. The Dynamics proof should be here tomorrow. So that book is going to fulfill quickly. All right. I already put an order in for 25, not 25, 75, I think, or more. So the books are going to come, and I'm going to be able to ship them out. They're going to be ready to go. Okay, so Dynamics will fulfill quickly. The other thing is the Legendary Illustrations art books. The printer is done. They're shipped. They should arrive to me this coming week. So those will be here this week, and I can get those out, and you'll have that. So if you have any concerns with me doing monthly Kickstarters, you have my absolute word right here on video live. You will always get your stuff, and you will get it as fast as I'm able to get it to you based on printers and shipping. Okay? So don't worry about these campaigns. These 3 campaigns will be fulfilled in January. Definitely will go out to you. Okay? And that's a promise. All right? If something goes wrong, I will update you. But as long as the printers are doing what they're supposed to do and shipping is an issue and nothing comes damaged, etc., I'm fulfilling in January. Everything. All right. That's The Devil's in the Details. That's Tragedy 4. That's the Legendary Illustrations art books. And then the Dynamics, I'll be fulfilling in February because the print run should be here before everything's over. All right, for the most part. So actually, it would just be printing whatever variant covers people order, but I have the main cover coming in a high quantity. Actually, it's 125, not 75. So I have that coming. So we're good. We're going to be good. I want to show you the Dynamics. I also want to show you something. Guys, stick around because I'm going to show you something that I don't think I've ever seen done in a comic before. Will Pladen is a god among men. He's working on Withered, which is coming out in March, and there's a part that he painted, even though it's going to be digitally colored book. And I want to show it to you. It's from the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo. It's amazing. It's just gorgeous. So stay tuned for that for a minute, okay? Let me just show you the Dynamics. This is a family-friendly book. Again, it's going to fulfill probably quicker than any book I've ever done. I'm asking you, please get notified of the launch. My last post prior to this video has the link. Here's the video. Rob Powers is responsible for the logo, the trade dress, the corner box, and that trailer. Very talented man. Reach out to me if you want a trailer from Rob or need logo design. He could even do commercials for you. Very affordable. So let us know. Reach out to me. So this is it. A little bit of Philbo Publishing. This is Hulkopotamus. My daughter created this character at 5 years old. So there's a good reason the Hulkopotamus is in the book. I love this quote from Mark Twain. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. So that's pretty cool. So just not everything is tragic in the Philbo universe. The Dynamics is a fun, energetic, and family-friendly superhero comic book that delivers laughs, action, and the bond of a family. Family dynamics on display along with dynamic powers. Come along for the ride with Grandma, who can find the weakness in anything as well as being a skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Dad is a big mouth with a scream that would rock a building's foundations at the core. Mom is a force of nature not to reckon with. To round out the family is Emily with her super speed and Sarah, a.k.a. Little Mighty, with super strength and invulnerability. What could possibly go wrong in this household? This is based on my family, but it's a lot of fun. Early reviews of the scripts are awesome. I give you some samples on the page. Okay, I put a 10-page preview up today if you're interested. We got a blank sketch cover, the Rob Powers studio cover, the Ricardo Silva cover. Look familiar? Look at that handsome dude. The Addie Kid cover, which is really charming. The Martha Schwartz cover. The Steph Wilson cover. The Motto Zapata cover. Hey, Brett Todd, what's going on, man? Ryan Permison, how are you? Happy New Year. Thank you, Brett. Hey, Rally, what's going on? So this is what we got going on here. Stretch goals so far. We got the sticker, and we've got that comic size print with the Mark Twain quote. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. All the legendary art books, if you missed the campaign, they are available on this campaign for you to catch up on. If you want some beautiful art books that are very affordable by artists that I represent, here you go. If you missed Tragedies issues 1 through 4, ba-dam, ba-bang, ba-boom, you can get them here. There's a Philbo Publishing Company campaign. You can make any cover a virgin, any cover a foil, or a foil virgin. Here's some art samples to show you what you get, because we also have original art tiers by the artists that I represent. If you're interested, I want to show you samples of what you would get. This is the quality you get. And we have art tiers. Jim O'Reilly is back with Legendary Illustrations. So who's the old guy in the cover? That is me. And that's it. We have so much to offer on this campaign. This is going to be a great year for Philbo Publishing. I'm very serious about that. But we need you to have a great year, okay? We need you to support us. We've got Tragedy. We've got my prose book, The Devil's in the Details. We've got the Dynamics. And then we've got Withered coming out. Now, let me explain to you what Withered is. Withered is the first short story in my prose book, The Devil is in the Details. And Withered is awesome. Yes, he is, Brett. Thank you, sir. And Withered is being continued into a comic book. I'm going to tell you what Withered is about. And I'm really proud of what we're doing, what I'm writing, what the art looks like, because I really feel we're giving you stuff that you haven't seen before. And here's the first example. This is an interior page from Withered. This is pencil and ink by Will Pladen, but he painted this panel, the Michelangelo Sistine Chapel famous painting, behind them. This is painted. The rest will be digitally colored. But look at this. Who has ever done this in a comic? This is brilliant by Will. It is phenomenal work. And I just can't wait to see this book finished. I mean, look at this. Yeah, I mean, Rally. But I'm going to show you the more details on the next pages. But this is crazy. He painted. This is not a photograph behind them. He literally painted this himself behind them. And it's based on, look at that. That's painted. The Sistine Chapel. Look at that. I mean, this is the quality that you're getting it. Oh, that was a joke I sent him. I said, well, we're waiting. So, and look at this. Look at these pages. This is insane. Look at that detail in the hallway. The armor. I'm going to tell you what this book is about in a minute, and you're going to want this book. It's coming out in March. After the Dynamics is fulfilled, this book will be out. I mean, wait until you see it colored. I mean, it's going to be colored. Oh, sorry, that's Tragedy Manga, which I'll get into. Look at that castle. You know what? I'm going to show you that here. Look at that. That's the first splash page. That is the citadel where the angels reside. A little homage to Cloud City, if you're wondering what that is. There's the second page. Okay. Will is phenomenal. That's a painting that he did, a bookmark. And that's Withered. And I'm working on that page as well. I'm working on I'm going to have a Kickstarter every month this year, guys. Every month, except for February and December. I need you. I need you to support. If you're tired of the same old books, if you want something fresh and new, I promise you Philbo Publishing has something fresh and new. I mean, I'm serious. Just look at this. Who does this? No, I don't think I've ever seen this in a comic book where where the artist painted in one panel a background. Look at that. The rest will be digitally colored. Well, I don't know why it did that. Sorry. Michael Williams, how are you, sir? Thanks for coming out. So that's some of what we've got going on. We've got the Tragedy manga coming out. That is going to go on the back of the Tragedy issues 1 through 5 trade paperback, coming out probably around June this summer. Tragedy, I have other things in the works and plans for that. I have a huge artist announcement for a cover for Tragedy that I can't tell you now until I get that cover in my hands. I'm not counting on it, but they are doing it. As you know, we work with the best indie artists, and we also work with some amazing, well-known, established artists in the industry. I have other things I want to tell you and share with you that I just cannot right now, but big things are coming. We've got the Tragedy manga. The writers contest is going on. January 30th is the deadline. I have, I think, 12 submissions so far. I've read them all. If you're wondering what that is, I will make another post today about the writers contest. You can get a 10-page story on my campaign. If you've never done a Kickstarter before, if you're new to writing and you really want to try launching, This is a good way to get to my campaign's audience, which is almost 300 people. Is that a huge number? No, but it's a good solid number, being that I've only been doing this about a year and a half, 2 years. And every one of my campaigns makes over 10 grand. So, you're tapping into that audience that hopefully when you launch your Kickstarter, it's a good jump start for you. So if you're a writer and you're interested, check out the contest, Philbo Publishing, and you may be able to get a 10-page story in my campaign. All right. What do we have left to talk about real quick? The manga, the writing contest. I can't read my own writing. Look at that. Oh, horror. I have 5 horror stories written, and they are being said by many huge horror fans I know that they're really good. They're going to be in a magazine, a horror magazine. Now, publishers know better than me, say don't do magazine, and they're right. For superheroes, magazines don't do well. But I've been polling and looking, and horror fans love the magazine format. I wouldn't do this for superhero, but for magazine, for horror, I think I'm going to give it a shot. If I fall on my face, then they can say I told you so, no problem. But it's coming out in October, and we're also going to have a short story from Charles Santino. He wrote Conan for Marvel in the early 90s. He's going to have a horror story in the book, so there's going to be 6 total stories. It's going to be a 144-page magazine in the vein of heavy metal, but it's going to be called The Diary of Dread. And it is going to be a Philbo Publishing horror magazine. And it's horror in a more classic sense of like EC horror, EC Comics horror, and, Tales from the Crypt and Creep Show and stuff like that. My horror stories are getting great reviews. Now, I know I keep saying that. I know it's my job to tell you all the great stuff, but honestly, I'm very serious when I say this. I haven't had any bad reviews yet. Everybody loves them. There are twists in my stories they don't see coming, and they're really enjoying these horror stories, and I'm looking forward to getting this magazine out there. So there's a lot coming this year. Hi, An. How are you? I don't know if you caught the beginning on, but your comps will come probably around February. We have a lot coming from Philbo, and distribution, is in the future with Diamond and going to comic stores and things like that. But right now we're starting off the year with Kickstarters, and we've got a lot. We've got the Dynamics ongoing, Tragedy ongoing. We've got Withered ongoing, which I just showed you on. Let me show you that you love this. He did this Sistine Chapel background on the panel. He painted that background himself, and the rest will be digitally colored. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's beautiful. Yeah, the horror book, yeah. Hey, Greg Johnston, what's going on? Greg has submitted his script to the writers contest. You could talk to Greg about it too if you're thinking about it. Greg has read my horror scripts. He's one of the guys that proofreads my stuff and things like that. Yes, that's Will. Will painted that. That's not a photo. Will painted that background, illustrated the pencil and ink characters, and I'm going to have those characters digitally colored. This is the book. This is Withered on. We're not playing around. We're not playing around. And this is the first 2 pages that will be digitally colored and Withered. So what is Withered? I'll tell you what Withered is. We always think time is a measurement. It's a construct of the human mind, right? It's not. The reason why everything goes wrong is God is not in charge. God has been imprisoned by this malevolent being, and it is slowly consuming us over decades like cattle. And that's why we age, we wither, and we die. So this thing is eating us, basically. And we're not going to heaven because is incarcerated. There was a great war, and most of the angels got wiped out. There are 3 archangels left, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. And they are recruiting humans before they die. They're knighting them as they die to be angels, angel knights, angel warriors in the great war that is to come. And they are fighting Satan and Baal and a lot of the major demons that are in service of the great beast that shall not be satiated. But the devil, being the devil, has his own plans. So there's a lot of working and going on in this book. There's a lot of action. It's sci-fi, fantasy, horror. and reviews have been very good on the first 6 issues I've written. It touches you in a spiritual way, but at the same time, it's just badass fighting, and there's humor, and there's horror, and the demons. I mean, if you haven't seen the designs, I can show you from Will. They're incredible. And Withered, again, Withered starts as a short story in my book, The Devil's in the Details. So if you missed that, that will be on the campaign with Withered in March. It is the first short story in the book. You can also pick up copies of the book if you want to DM me on the side, and you can check this out. It is also getting great reviews. I always go to tough critics. I don't want you to placate me. I don't want to be that guy on American Idol who can't sing, but he embarrasses himself because everybody didn't tell him the truth. I want to know if I can't write or if I need to work on it. And I go to hard people. If Peter David says that tragedy's written well, if Howard Mackey says tragedy's written well, and Chuck Dixon say tragedy's written well, then give it a shot. They're saying it's written well. Give it a shot. Because I can't tell you if I'm a good or bad writer. You have to tell me. So I dare you to go find out. So that's Withered. We've got the tragedy manga. Kenny Calderon is smashing it out of the park. I mean, smashing. I want to show you what he is doing as well, because for those who like manga, I am putting tragedy out in a manga form, because I think it really works well. I think it really is going to look fantastic. So I want to show you the manga, because Ken's working hard at it, and he's doing a phenomenal job. My problem is every time I edit the pages, I forget that manga goes the other way, and I'm screwing up. Oh, it's coming out pixelated. Why is it coming out pixelated? Crap. I had this problem last time. All right, guys, hang with me 1 second. I am going to get you. I'm going to show you the latest page, the latest 2 pages from Kenny. Kenny, where are you? Right here. Sorry, guys, hang on. Bear with me. Please don't go anywhere. Showing you some awesome stuff. All right, so this is the manga of tragedy. This is the manga. Manga. Your anger makes you stronger. All right, so take a good look at that. That's coming out. That's going to be at the back of the Tragedy 1 through 5 trade paperback. I'm going to show you other. Sorry, you're getting all our silly stuff too. Oh, where'd I go? Did I go too far? So this is pencils without the gray tones. It's not tightened up. It's not inked. But this is, I do have one here. Where did it go? Why isn't it showing? Crodonole. Hang on, guys. Facebook hates me. Here we go. Here's another page of the manga, okay? With gray tones. It's coming out a little pixelated. That's my apologies. So we're doing great stuff, manga. Yeah, on the 2 of you painting something together would be fantastic. Maybe I'll do connecting covers, or maybe I'll do a wraparound cover. You do the back or front, and he does the back or front. That'd be cool. We'll work that out. So that's the manga going on. I have the horror magazine. I have tragedy villain one-shots that are coming into play that are going to go on Kickstarter. I have the Breath of the Dragon one-shot, which goes into his origin. If you've been reading tragedy, a lot of people love the character of the Breath of the Dragon. And I'm going to go into his backstory. It might lead to a mini-series, which might lead to a series. Guys, I'm very serious about this. Take me seriously, because you're going to see Philbo Publishing in stores. You're going to see books going out. I'm going to be a serious publisher. I'm not just going to be doing Kickstarters. I'm going to be in distribution. I'm going to be out there like SourcePoint Press and all those guys, and I'm going to be pumping out titles. I'm going to be also publishing other creator-owned IPs. I can't get into stories right now. I can't get into information now, but we are going to be taking other creators' books and putting them out. And you might be surprised by some of the names that are putting creator-owned IPs out under my publishing company. That's all I'm going to tell you. So be on board. Come with me for this ride because I promise you, I am not stopping. Philbo Publishing is going to publish comic books that make you love to read comic books again. I'm telling you, you're going to love what we're doing. We have superheroes, horror, sci-fi, fantasy, everything. And we're doing it. There's no agenda. There's no activism. There's no hidden point being made. They're just stories. I am not tribal. I don't care about that side or this side. I don't care. I just want to put out good stories. And I promise you, that's all they are. I'm not preaching anything to you. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm entertaining you. You're going to have characters to root for, characters you relate to, characters you struggle with that you can cheer for when they're triumphant. There's action. There's characterization. There's plot development. These are ongoing series. There's humor. There's, like dynamics is funny and it's superhero action, but it also can be touching if you're a family member, a parent, a brother, a sister. There's that family bond and protecting each other. And you don't mess with somebody's kids or you don't mess with someone's, mom or dad, and the exuberance of youth. But dynamics is also, it's a great book. If you want to get your kids into reading and you want to get them into comics, you can sit down as an adult and read this book and enjoy it. It's not boring for you. It's not going to be like, oh God, this kid story. And it's good for the kids. There's no cursing. There's no violence. It's a great comic book for you to sit down with your children and read together and become a family moment and get them into comic books like you are. I promise you that. I beta test every script with hard-nosed people that be the first to tell me if it's bad or there's something wrong with it. And that includes professional writers. Okay? So jump on board this train because I promise you it's going to keep rolling and we're going to build momentum. And yes, Will, it's going to be a huge year. Nate Melendez has a cover coming for Tragedy. What's up, buddy? Belated Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And Nate is going to be doing a Tragedy manga cover as well. If you haven't seen Nate's art, please go check him out. He could do tight pencils or he could do manga anime style art. It's amazing. Nate, drop your links. Anvu, drop your links. Greg, tell us when your next show is, your next band thing is going. Great things are coming, Greg. Not good, great things. I am not stopping. If anybody out there knows me, you understand that I'm going to make Philbo Publishing a household name. I promise you that. I'm working on a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You're not even seeing the surface of it, but I have a lot of titles coming out. A lot. And this doesn't even touch the surface. It doesn't even touch the surface. I've got other horror stories, the magazine coming out. I've got one-shots coming out. I've got other creator-owned IPs I'm going to be negotiating and talking about. And I'm telling you, just wait until I can start announcing things. I appreciate and respect companies like SourcePoint Press and Scout, etc., and Image. And what they're doing is phenomenal. And I'm not at their level yet, but I will be. But why I'm not going to go through them. I'm going to do it myself. It's like Thanos said, yep, all right, I'll do it myself. That's how I am. I tested the waters to see. They all thought Tragedy was a beautiful book, but they don't want to take an ongoing series. Fine, I'll do it myself. And I decided to start other stories. And I think you're going to like what's coming. But you've got to support. Without money, without the backing, without the fan support, I can't make this happen. So if you think this is begging or pleading, you take it however you want. If you want fresh new ideas, if you want new stories being told in fun, exciting ways, if you want agenda-free books, if you want books that can relate to everybody because we're all human. We're all human. My identity is human. Your identity is human. I don't identify as a white Irishman. I identify as a human being, as everyone should. My books appeal to everyone. Everyone. Okay? I don't need to push any politics or make a speech. I'm just entertaining. So come out, read. You tell me if I can write. You tell me if my books are any good. All right? But you got to buy it and you got to read it to find out. So please check it out. We got family friendly titles like Dynamics. We've got 14 and up or 15 and up tragedy, which is superhero, assassin, street fighting, magic, mysticism. If you took the Boondock Saints and Big Trouble in Little China and you mashed them together and added more, you've got tragedy. The Dynamics. If you took the Fantastic Four and The Incredibles and any other superhero book and you mashed them together and you added the personal touch of it being based on my family, that's what you've got. With Withered, there's nothing like it. Have you ever heard of that before? That time is the villain. Have you ever heard of that? Time is not a measurement or a construct. It is actually this malevolent being that is draining us. Soul is it's sustaining itself, satiating off of feeding on us slowly over decades. I mean, nobody else has come up with that before, right? Breath of the Dragon has an ability nobody has ever used before. I'm trying to come up with new, fresh ideas, and I don't force it. I just write it, and it comes out, and people are saying it's good, it's different. I'm getting great reviews. Hey, Chris Borman, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And my books entertain, and they're coming with fresh new ideas, fresh new stuff. Are you tired of the same old stuff? You got to give me a shot. Let me prove to you. Let me earn that trust. But you've got to buy it. You've got to read it, and I will earn your trust. I promise. I promise you. You'll enjoy this if you give it a shot. That means you got to come out and you got to back the Kickstarters, please. And when I go to comic stores through Diamond or Lunar or whoever, you got to pick them up off the shelves. If you want quality entertainment, you've got to support it or it can't sustain. All right? You can call this begging, pleading, whatever you want to call it. I'm just speaking truth. And you're employing artists because the more I grow, the more titles I put out, I hire editors, I hire artists, I hire letterers, I hire colorists, I hire cover, sequential, I have marketers, logo design. All of this is paid for. So you're helping others live their dream, and you're building revenue. We're putting revenue back into the indie community. If you want us to give you the quality that rivals Marvel, DC, Image, etc., you have to invest money in this industry. If you don't invest money in the indie community, we cannot afford to give you professional stuff. But listen, I showed you that picture with that Sistine Chapel painting in the background. I am giving you professional stuff. I am giving you high quality stuff. I'm not giving you bad art. I'm not giving you poor writing. Look at this. That is not a picture. That is a painted panel with art drawn over it, which is around it, which is the pencil and ink of Will Pladen. It's all Will Pladen. It's all him. This is one of the pages in Withered. Look at that. The detail that he has put into this book so far. Look at that. All right. We are working hard to give you quality books. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for the Dynamics right now. Get notified of launch. My last post prior to this video has the link. The more you click that and the higher the number is for the pre-launch, Kickstarter looks at that and says, okay, this is a book that's got a following, and they bump you up in their algorithm. Even if you don't plan to back, if you just click notify me, you're helping me. So we appreciate you if you would do that. And if you want to know what's going on with fulfillment, just watch the first 5 minutes of this video and you'll know. So that's it right now, with more to come. A lot to come. I'm not playing around. We're doing this. And we're doing it right. And we're doing it this year. Philbo Publishing. Get used to that name because you're going to know it. Philbo Publishing. If you haven't followed the Instagram or Facebook page, please do. Philbo Publishing. If you haven't followed my page, Philip Russert, please do. If you haven't followed Legendary Illustrations Instagram and Facebook page, please do. That's my art repping business and the artist. If you love what Will's doing and you want to hire him, you reach out to me. Kenny too. I have a lot of artists that are really talented. Rod Rodolfo, Ricardo Silva, Alex Sarabia, Gary Girout, Jim O'Reilly, Mato Zapata, Jason Meadows. We've got a full team that can make your book everything. Pencils, inks, colors, letters, editor, writer. We've got trade dress. We can format your book for printing. We can fulfill your Kickstarter. I'm doing Kickstarter fulfillment now. I'm going to be doing a huge Kickstarter for a big name in the industry soon. And I'm talking to someone in the independent scene that I'm doing a Kickstarter for now. I'm going to be doing Kickstarters for you, and I'll be doing fulfillment for you. We are a one-stop shop. Philbo Entertainment Promotions provides illustrators and creative teams for your books. We do Kickstarter campaigns. We do Kickstarter fulfillment. I publish, and I have my CreatorCon show that will be back at some point when there's not 5 billion shows in New York and everybody's still hurting financially. I run conventions. I do it all. Come support Philbo Publishing and Legendary Illustrations. All right. Yes, Chris, great looking art. I agree. Guys, I'm telling you, Tragedy 4, being fulfilled in January. The devil's in the details. If you didn't pick up this book from me, you can reach out to me on the side, or it'll be on the Withered campaign in March. That will be fulfilled in January, and the Legendary Illustrations art books will be fulfilled in January. And again, if you haven't, if you missed out on the Legendary art books, the Dynamics campaign, which is starting January 10th, just a few weeks, we are launching. You've got the Legendary art books and Tragedies 1 through 4 on this campaign, along with the Dynamics. All right? Along with the Dynamics. I'm going to show you one last time. And I'm going to remind you, if you need trade dress, need logo design, or if you want a trailer or a commercial that quality or better, look at this trailer I have on the Devils in the Details campaign. Rob Powers is your man. He does amazing stuff. Great. That's a great that's a great slogan. I might have to buy that off of you. Look at that. Let's fill the world with great books. Philbo Comics. I love that, man. Dude, I'm going to have to buy that from you. That's clever. So, seriously, guys, Dynamics is launching January 10th, and I keep posting the link to sign up and notify for a launch. Please do so. You'll get an email. It costs nothing. It'll just tell you that we launched, and it helps me with the Kickstarter algorithm, whether you pledge or not. I really think you'll like these books. Give them a try. You spend money on so many other things, and I know there's so much out there, but try something fresh and new. Just give it a try. It's a small investment, $15, $20. We've spent a lot worse, a lot more on a lot worse. Give it a shot. You won't be disappointed. I really don't think so. We have a lot of stuff coming. By the way, the Christmas gifts that I gave out last week, before Christmas. They will go out next week. I will mail them out. So if you have a Christmas gift coming from me from our last live stream, I am mailing it out this coming week to you. Okay, so you will get those in the mail. Right now, there's a 10-page preview of Dynamics on my page, Phil Russert or Philip Russert, on the post prior to this video. If you want to check out the 10-page preview, it's based on my family, the personalities. So the personalities you see in there, it's kind of us, and it's fun. And because I'm a big mouth, my powers are sonic scream, and it's fun. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say. If you think I'm a bad writer, prove it. Buy the books and tell me. If you think I'm a great writer, prove it. Buy the books and tell me. But you can't tell me I'm good or bad until you buy the books, you read them, and you tell me. So I triple dog dare you to buy Philbo Publishing books and tell me. Thank you, An, for putting that in there. An, put up the link here. Please just click launch, notify me of launch. It really helps. I'm going to do a live launch party on January 10th to launch Dynamics. Charles Morgan, can't wait. Phil, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. Drop your links too to Cold Cutter if you're selling on the side, buddy. He just had a successful Kickstarter campaign for his book, Cold Cutter. And that's about it. It's going to be a great year for Philbo Publishing and Legendary Illustrations. We all work hard here at Legendary and Philbo. We really work hard. Will is tireless. Ken is tireless. We work hard. But we need you, and we appreciate you, okay? And we're working hard, and we're trying to keep our prices affordable for you because we know times are tough. And we want your support. I want these. I'm not looking to be a millionaire, but I do want these books out in a lot of hands because I think you'll really enjoy them. A lot of people keep telling me it's a shame that I'm not a bigger name, because if I was and I was reaching more people, these books would be selling like crazy. I'd be selling tons of copies because everybody's telling me the books are really well written. That's what they're telling me. I'm not saying that. That's what they're saying. Prove them wrong. Gerald, thank you. I would appreciate that. I really appreciate you sharing that out. Gerald, drop your links to Comics Cast. Who's going to be the I don't know if there's a show this Sunday despite the holiday, but if not, whoever your next guest is going to be, feel free to post it. Will said, Happy New Year, everyone. Let's celebrate by greeting others to pledge on Dynamics, a group effort. We really need you. We need you. I can't do this without you, and I really want to do this. I think I'm good at it. My passion's in it. And I think these are stories that you can relate to and enjoy, and characters that you can like. And I think they're written in different ways and new, and they're fresh. They're not the same regurgitated stuff. And I think you're going to enjoy it. That's my spiel. Buy an extra copy or two and hand them out to a friend. Yeah, as much as I push and I sell, I try not to milk people for money. Like with all the covers I did for Tragedy, I could have made you buy a bunch of, I love this cover, but I did a book of covers, so it was all in one spot for you because I didn't want you to have to keep spending the same money. I'm not trying to be George Lucas and sell the same product 15 times with a different package. Smart on him, good for him. He's a millionaire. I'm not. Maybe I should start, but I want you to enjoy the book. I don't want to milk you for your hard-earned money. I just want you to enjoy the book. And I really think you will. And I know you work hard for your money. I know you work jobs that you might not even like. And wages aren't the best and times are tough. But I promise you, if you invest in the books I'm putting out, you're going to enjoy them. You're going to feel they're worth your money. I really believe that. I do. I believe in everything I'm writing. My passion's in it. My heart's in it. My fandom is in it. I'm a fan of 40 plus years of comics, making comics. If Peter David, Chuck Dixon, and Howard Mackey can tell you that my books that Tragedy is well written, give it a shot. Give it a shot. They're some of the best writers ever in this industry. All right. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Please be safe. If you're going to drink, don't drive. Be responsible. Some of us have children, and we don't want to lose them. They want their parents home safe, and we want them safe. So please drink responsibly. Have fun. Enjoy the celebration of the new year to come. But remember this: the year doesn't mark a better year. Each day marks a better year. When you wake up with the commitment of focusing on the good, and you wake up with the commitment of making your life what you want it to be, you'll have more than just a good year. You'll have a great life. So I don't just wish a happy new year on you all. I wish a great life for you all. I hope that you wake up tomorrow morning and it's the new chapter in your life and you're fresh and you're ready to go and you're happy. Okay? And if you've struggled, wear it like a badge of honor. Take it on the chin, help and grow from it, and go forward positively. Grab this life with both hands and don't you dare let go. Because for all we know, we get one shot at this and you got to do it right. So do it. Just do it. Do anything. If there's something that you've wanted to do that you always procrastinated, maybe you were intimidated by it, maybe you didn't think you were good enough, maybe you were told you weren't good enough, who cares? Throw all that away and just go do it. Pick something, even if it's small. Start small if you have to, but follow your dreams. You can always find a way to make money. You can always find a way to get your tasks done, but can you always find a way to be happy? I dare you. I challenge you this year. Be happy. Change your daily routine. Change the things that are bogging you down and watch how your life changes. Even the minor routine changes, whether it's diet, whether it's what time you wake up and go to bed, whether it's who you associate with, whether it's what your mindset is. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You go out there, you get the biggest set of cojones, and you do it. If it makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, go do it. And make no apologies and do it your way. Embrace life. So I wish that for all of you. I wish you a happy, healthy, prosperous, successful, however you deem it, new year. May you be surrounded by family and friends and warmth and good food and a roof over your head and clothes on your back and with the positive attitude that you need to get through life. Because if you are afraid to take a few punches, you can't win the fight. You can't. Take the punches, throw a few back, and round two is coming. Philbo Publishing 2023. Be there. I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. Jump on this train now because hindsight is a bitch. Anyway, Happy New Year. And I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary.